Oh my goodness, the drama is turning up at 9 Mag, and we are here for it all. Tune in. We're about to review the episode.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, 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 hey. We run with the fire, killing with the shot, killing with the shot.
Hey, Millie rock right quick. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Does this get you in the mood to fight?
Already. Girl, fight. Huh?
It's a lot of fighting.
What's up, everybody? We are your panelists for the Black Ink Crew Chicago Season 3 review. I am your girl, Carmen Cameron. You can find me on Instagram at Carmen Cameron.
And I'm El Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at El Marie TV.
What's up, y'all? I'm Angela, and you can find me at Angela C. Styles on all platforms.
Hey guys, I'm Nakia Richards. You can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom. And if you're in the live chat, hit us up, let us know. And yes, we be reading all your comments. So we want to say thank you guys.
Thank you everybody for tuning in and chiming in with us. We appreciate you guys. Oh my goodness.
Child,
we promised that we won't get to girl fighting up here.
No.
But
No,
apparently that's not the rule at 9 Mag, but we'll get to that a little bit later. The drama definitely went up a notch this week.
Girl.
Yes.
I mean, I'm stressed out, and it's only the third episode.
I'm stressed out. Like, I got tension up. I'm up in my heart chakra area. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on.
My heart been bumping and jumping ever since we turned these these episodes on, okay?
It's
Just
crazy.
bumping and jumping.
It's crazy,
Like,
but it's getting good.
It is
so
getting
good.
very
It's
good.
getting
And we're only in episode 3.
That's crazy.
I need to know. Now, Charmaine warned us.
She did warn us.
Episode 4,
She
shit was
told
going to
us.
hit the fan.
She told us.
But, you know, for now, we'll talk about 3 until we can get to 4.
All right.
I say before we get into the super drama, let's take it to church.
Ooh.
All right.
Amen.
Don and Ashley, praise his name, went to church to find Jesus.
Amen.
Hoping
Praise
he was
him.
there. And, you know, Don let us know that that really wasn't his cup of tea.
Here's the thing.
I'm irritated.
Like, Dawn and Ashley have been together for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually when couples are together, you talk to each other. You get to know each other. And some of the things that come up, what's your last name? What's your favorite color? Do you believe in God?
Right.
These are some of the things that may have come up before we have a baby.
Well, listen, believing in God and being Christian, that's two
Well,
different
that's the thing, but that's how a conversation.
But
for
what are
them,
we
it's like
discussing
one and
in the
the same.
home? If we're raising
Right.
a child,
Exactly.
what are we teaching our child?
Because that's how the conversation starts. Like, do you believe in God? Yeah, I do. Are you
Right.
Christian? What are your beliefs? Are we
Right.
going to do a church thing? Like you said, sorry to
Right.
cut you off. But when the baby comes into play, are we going to take the baby to church?
Right.
It was just...
Is the baby gonna go to Sunday school?
Yeah.
Okay. What Sunday school are we gonna take the baby
Something's
to?
not
child
adding
getting
up because
baptized.
she's
Like, what's
Christian.
going on?
Right.
Yeah.
The
And she
children-
goes to church every Sunday, and she never said, babe, we're getting married. We need to go to premarital counseling. Let's come talk to my pastor.
Well, they don't seem to be the type that does things by common sense.
Right.
Yeah,
And I was going to say,
clearly.
it's okay that, you know, because I don't want to knock anybody. It's okay that
Right.
that's how Don feels. He feels like he's not Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
My thing is, how are you confusing you didn't know?
Right.
I always say communication is key, and I feel like they never communicate. And there's so many couples that are married. One partner's Jewish, one partner's Christian, Buddhist, whatever, Muslim.
But they
talk about it and they
they're
raise
aware.
their kids. So I'm just like, girl, why haven't y'all communicated?
And even like Don said in the little confessional thing, he's like, she goes to church every Sunday. I never go.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you think?
And they've been together for a really long time.
That's not a telltale
crazy
sign
to
that
me.
man isn't Christian.
Right.
He
And if you
never
act
went to
like,
church with you.
I
Or just-
never knew this. I just cannot believe.
And that's the thing, and not to knock people who go to church, because, like, you know, there's people who don't go to church who are Christian,
Yes.
but just bring the conversation up. Babe, do you go to church? No, I don't really go to church. Are you Christian? Yeah, I'm Christian. No,
Right.
I'm not Christian. That's how the conversation
Right.
starts.
Or, babe, you want to go to church with me this week? No. Why not?
Why not?
I'm not Christian.
All right, cool. See you when I get back.
What do you believe?
You know, but what I will say is I commend Don because he was like,
Yes.
listen, my wife wants to be happy. And if this is going to make her happy, I'm willing to find Jesus himself.
Growth.
And, you know, that just goes to show that he is willing to grow. And that's one thing that I noticed when the pastor said, okay, what's the problem? To make, you know, a long story short. basically Ashley's like, oh, we're mad. We're always mad. It's anger. But it's him, and I react off of him. But I'm like, girl, have you been watching the same
that
episode?
montage of anger moments.
producers.
I was like, yes for this.
Shout out to the producers.
That was a great
Okay,
montage.
okay.
And she had to admit, she's like, yeah, I poke him a little bit. No, you poke him a lot.
And
Poke
you
him
go
a lot.
ham
You don't
by
poke
yourself.
him. You like DDT him off
Yes,
the ropes,
and
girl.
it's not just Dawn, it's you as well. But I did like seeing Dawn admit that and taking that and growing up. And he's like, you know what? I want to make my wife happy.
Exactly.
That's why I'm here.
And he admitted it, like, you
I
know,
like
I
that.
want to get better. I want to. So shout out to Dawn. Dawn, we
Yeah.
see growth.
Yeah, he's
We're
doing a lot
proud of
better.
We
you.
like it. We like it on you.
You know what else I noticed? Everybody in the church had on red.
I pointed that out. I was like,
So
is Chicago a red town?
Maybe Van.
I'm Chicagoan.
Maybe Van sings on the choir at church.
Maybe their favorite color is red.
Goes to that church.
We have a Chicagoan.
I mean,
It's a lot
I'm
of.
from Chicago too.
Oh, you from Chicago?
we don't see red like that outside.
Two
Yeah, I
Chicagoans.
never. I mean, when I was growing up, like I grew up on the South Side, so we'd be like, "Don't wear red or don't wear blue, so you don't affiliate with gang
Right.
colors."
Right.
But as a teenager, even it was like gang colors wasn't a thing, and as an adult,
But
definitely
what really
not.
sucked also because the Chicago Bulls are red and black.
That is
Exactly.
true.
So it's like,
Really,
we
I can't wear no
red.
bull stuff.
Do you think that?
Six times
Do you think that
in a
could have been
row?
like a production thing when they did the church and production was like, come in red?
Maybe.
It
Or
looks
I was
great.
also
No, but
thinking, like,
usually
maybe-
on camera they tell you not to wear red,
They
not
do.
to wear
Right.
stripes and
So it
prints.
might have been like
It was like, we
Women's
banging
Day.
for Jesus. It's for the
Oh,
blood of
Right.
Jesus.
Oh,
it could
yeah.
have been like a Women's Day type of thing.
True.
And maybe
True.
That's
all
true.
the women
Some
had
true.
churches, that's a good.
Because most of the women had on the
that.
red. Because I was like, this is a lot
Yeah, it
of
was like
red
red,
in that
red.
audience.
Yeah.
They riders,
Maybe it was
honey. They
Women's Day.
riders for Christ.
Good Lord.
Nothing but the blood. You hear me?
Amen.
You know-
I just want to say to the people in the chat or the people watching, you know, if you guys have ever went through something where you're dating someone or married to someone with a different religion, let us know. How did you guys deal with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you
yes.
have that
How
talk
do
with your
you
partner?
feel? That's exactly what I was feeling. How do you feel about one person being religious and one person being non-religious, or one person having one faith
Right.
and another person having another faith? How do we make that work?
Let us know.
Great point. Great point. While we're on the up and up, you know, and before the real drama kicks in, how fun was Charmaine's birthday party?
So cute.
It was so cute.
Wait a
I loved her
minute.
little fur.
She looked cute.
Her eyeshadow was bomb.
Everybody was so cute.
Her ass was out like
Her ass was
That's
out. I love it.
Ryan was looking like a whole zaddy.
He was.
If it was the 70s, I'd have been like, you
Okay.
know.
I love a good theme, and I love the 70s, so that made
yeah.
me really happy. I was like, all right,
Right.
Ryan looks cute. They all
And
look
I
good.
love when everyone participates. You know,
Yes.
you don't have someone in their regular clothes. Like,
Exactly.
come on.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know?
Yeah, it was
It's like
cute.
seeing people out of the office.
say
You get to see
Danielle,
another
but-
side.
No,
Did
she tried.
Did anybody else die laughing when Junior bust his ass?
Oh my gosh.
And his wig fell off.
Yes.
I was dying
Yo, that was
laughing.
a hard fall. I got scared. I was like, is he okay?
I laughed because
I
I'm
mean,
that's
hard.
He got right
me.
back up. He shook it off. Like, I hope they don't show
His
that.
He did.
tailbone gonna be sore for life.
Cause that's me. I'm always busting my ass like when I'm skating, and I do rollerblades. So like roller skating, I'm clumsy when I
Right.
walk, so I fall.
But they were like run skating. Like, what are y'all doing?
They were
They look,
racing.
they look
They was
cute
trying too
though.
hard.
Charmaine looked really cute.
She
Everybody-
did. That was a
It
cute
was-
little
That was a cute party.
And
yeah.
then in walks Danielle. Dun, dun, dun.
Man,
Did you think she wasn't going to show up?
I knew
It's
she
okay.
was.
She was gonna show up. She's annoying me this season.
yes,
She
Danielle.
bossing up.
No,
whatever.
That ain't
no,
what that's-
Or
that's-
whatever.
Or whatever.
I'm going to just go boss up and get another job that pays me more. I don't know.
I'm not gonna fight after I just got fired to keep fighting for like. And what I didn't like Charmaine already explained at the shop, and she explained when Danielle got there. Look, I don't want no drama. Leave that
Right.
work ish to the
Right.
side. This is
Yeah.
my birthday. And the
Right.
first thing Danielle does, her cousin, is pop off.
Right.
And it's like, bro, you're not bossing up. Like you got fired.
Right.
And you look petty right now.
You look
Bringing
so
this
petty.
up.
Right.
You
And
should
to-
talk to him in private. You should hit him up later.
Like, if
hey,
you
I
wanna
don't like
boss
how the
up,
things
pull him to
ended.
the-
A lot
yeah.
of people
Exactly.
are saying things about you. I want to bring it to your attention, but it was just whack how she did
Like
it.
me as a
Yeah.
person, I always want to prove somebody wrong. So my thing is, Danielle, you're a great girl. You're smart. Prove Ryan wrong. Put him to the side on some bossish. Like, yo, my bad about that. How can I come back in as a receptionist? How can I actually be a manager like my cousin Charmaine? Boss up, y'all.
Yeah, I really
What's
noticed
happening?
that throughout the scenes. They're all very entitled. Like they
Very.
feel very entitled.
Ryan got a problem on his hands.
A big one.
Yeah.
And I also thought Danny was like not only petty but like disrespectful. Like this is your cousin's birthday.
Yeah.
She told you right in the beginning like I don't want any 9mag drama. Like keep it cute.
Avoid
Exactly.
him.
Especially at the
And you
party.
just, as soon as you see him, hey Ryan, so Like,
Your shop's on point. Didn't
You
your
look
cousin
happy
just
even
tell
though
you?
your shop is going down.
Right?
Who
Up in
says
flames.
that?
Didn't she just tell you she didn't want the drama?
But you know what? She kind of did keep it 100. Like, I felt like
It
her
wasn't the
points.
place, though.
It wasn't
It's
the
not the
place,
place.
and it was very confrontational, and I think just immature. But I kind of agree with some of the things that she was saying.
Because it's like, okay,
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
her
she-
saying that, it's like, yes, he needs to get a hold of his shop. But what about you saying that's gonna do? Like, that's not gonna do anything
she
for
read
me.
him
Not
for
in that
filth, though.
moment.
She read him
Right.
for filth.
Not in that moment, because it's
Yeah.
like, you told me that last week before you went to LA. Now you're telling me this
Again.
again today. Like, this is something that I know that my shop is going down. You're one of the main problems.
Right.
You telling me this does what?
Right. Well, I think she's trying to check his ego. Like, oh, you big and bad, I'm big and bad too. Like,
But you still fired.
see, I think they know something
Yeah.
that we don't know. Because you don't talk to your boss like that.
But you got to remember, they don't look at him as
They
their
don't
boss.
look at him
Yeah,
as a
because,
boss.
like,
They
There's
just
a
look at
reason.
him.
There's
That's
something
the
we don't
reason.
know.
That's the homie.
Because
Like,
she's
these are
not even included in that whole little group. If they want to say like, okay, 4, and
Right.
then they all started, she's not included in that.
Right. I
So
don't
she
know.
really has no right to say anything a boss up like that. She's not even included.
We have somebody in the chat, ENNE. I'm going to say Ian. I hope I don't pronounce your name wrong. Ian says, Danielle is annoying. Just
Yes,
this season, she's always been annoying to me.
That's
He probably meant not just.
Or
this
not just this
season.
season.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
always been
Danielle,
annoying
sorry.
to me. I just feel like Danielle is such a smart girl, and there's so many like things that she can do, but she always goes left. Same thing with Katrina, and I just feel like that wasn't the time or the place. And if it was the time or the place, that's just not how you talk to your boss or your friend.
It's not.
You got fired already. How can you get better? You want
Exactly.
your job back that bad? What makes you think I'm gonna rehire you if you're talking to me like that?
exactly.
But you know what? You guys also have to think about the fact that she already says she's lost. Like, who is gonna just be a receptionist at a tattoo shop for that long and like just
Right.
not be pursuing really
something else.
Yeah.
or at least
Right.
we haven't seen it. I would love to see what her actual dream or passion is because
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. But then for her to lose her baby, I think she
Mm-hmm.
probably is like fighting for just the one thing that feels the most familiar that she kind of had, you know, like something that she was kind of a part of. So I feel like she's using all that anger from, you know, her lack of guidance right
yeah,
now.
she definitely took that anger out on the new.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
What's her name?
The new Danielle.
Cessa. And then
Elenisa.
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 Call her Cessa. Something
She
like that?
took it out on her.
She did, and I
She
like
let her have
I
it.
like that Charmaine checked her. What I always
I
like
did
about
too. I
Charmaine,
liked that.
Charmaine to me is someone who always keeps it real. It doesn't matter who you are, how she's related to you. She'll tell you when you're wrong and when you're right.
She is.
And what I liked is she was like, Danielle, this is great how you feel, but you're taking it out on the wrong person.
Misdirected.
One, you shouldn't even be there.
Right.
And that's one thing I wanted to say. They were popping all that mess, but they made sure to come when Ryan wasn't there.
Right.
So it's
And
like,
then get on Snapchat and be all like,
Wait,
look where we are.
y'all popping all that, but why didn't y'all come the day before when Ryan was there to pop all that?
Exactly.
Like, and then you're gonna be petty. So you're taking it out on
Elenisa.
Elenisa, and she's a receptionist. She's doing her job.
Right.
You're not supposed to be here. You just broke our window.
Right.
You definitely got fired.
Van
Right.
fixed that window too. He's like, my bad, bro.
He's like, sorry about
the
that.
window through.
Do you think he really paid for that? You think
No,
production
production
paid
paid
for
for
it?
it. I think
Production.
production put the hammer in this car to start, or
They
the crowbar, whatever it was,
And the gloves.
and the OJ gloves. It was like,
Oh, I just want to say,
yeah, have some Hennessy. It's some Hennessy back there too.
I just want to give a quick shout out. When I said Ian, it's actually Ann. Sorry, Ann.
Oh, hey, Ann.
Thanks
what
for tuning
up?
in.
Yes.
And hey, that's cool.
You know who else I was happy to see? We can get back to the drama, but we saw Ford perform.
Ford look good.
Oh yeah.
Ford is
Ford
fine.
has come into his own. He's gained
has.
some
He
weight.
is.
He's cut his
He's
hair.
doing his thing with his
He
music
look like
in
a grown
Chicago.
man.
I feel like next week we're gonna open up with Ford's song. I think.
Oh,
we
yeah, let's
should.
do that.
idea. Yeah.
But he does his thing. He's performing. And in tips in this sexy cousin, who's like batting her lashes, like, "Hey,
That was so
boo, we
creepy.
cousins,
What about
baby."
a tattoo?
It was
She-
a
she-
right.
She asked about all these other things first and then randomly was like, oh yeah, I'm your cousin.
Was that the only person who thought she was a
No.
little big
No, it was like,
incesty?
yeah.
You were not the
Very
only
weird.
person. It was a little
Very
weird.
Very.
creepy.
She's a little attracted to her cousin.
That's what I think it was like. I didn't grow up with you. You are fine.
fine.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
and you popping.
I think she had
Right?
one of those moments where she was like, "Oh, I forgot why I was here. You actually are my cousin, but you fine.
Yeah, she kind of groupied out a little bit.
She
did.
Definitely.
Meantime, Nikki was like,
Right.
Hey, baby.
back up.
Right.
She licked
You
the
did
whole.
good, boo.
She licked the whole
She kissed
side
all that
of foot.
sweat.
She was like,
She looks all of it. Here, let me catch
How
all
can we
that.
help
You know that meme with the giraffe and the giraffe is like licking around the side of his face? Like, it's like some two animals. It's either Billy Goat or something.
Yes.
And the one giraffe is like,
Nikki was
I
not
wish
playing.
you would. Mickey
Yeah.
is not playing about her man.
Before said that she's
a
a little jealous. You could tell she's a little jealous because she gets very angry and very like if Forrest near a girl or any types of sort.
Right.
But I did think the cousin thing was a little confusing because
Right.
she didn't say, "Hey, we're related." She was like,
Right.
"Hey."
She was like, hey.
Even when she was
We
getting the
third
tattoo.
cousins though, you
Yeah.
know.
Right? Even when she was getting the
Wink, wink.
tattoo, she was still like flirty getting the
I was
tattoo.
like,
Like,
girl.
Yeah.
put a leaf on there. Make yours a big
But
leaf.
I did check on Instagram.
Did she
they
say
are
make
cousins.
yours a big leaf?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, she
got by
did.
me.
Yes.
I was like, if she asked for her to put his name on that damn arm.
Yeah, that's fishy.
But I did check on Instagram and they did say that they are cousins.
Yeah, they're acknowledging.
So I'm
each
guessing
other.
that maybe they figured it all out and maybe they did get the
well, I'm
test
happy
and-
that,
It's weird.
Ford lost his father. And not
Yeah.
happy that Ford lost his father, but Ford has lost his father, and now he has a connection to that side of the family.
Family.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
never really got a chance to meet certain elders, like he said. So he kind of, gets an opportunity to bond with them through this strange third and a half cousin. or whatever. Or whatever. But they're
Also-
pretty. Everybody
Very
in the family looks
beautiful.
good.
Yeah.
Dawn,
Well, they have
Four.
different
They have
fathers.
different fathers.
they still fine. Mama
Yeah,
got
they
some
are.
good genes. Shout out to the mama. Mama, you got
Four
some good
and
genes.
Dawn are very good looking, but I feel
Yeah.
like Four has definitely turned into like a grown man.
He has.
looks
Yeah.
really, really
That
good.
haircut.
It's a haircut, and he gained
Yeah.
some weight.
Yeah.
He looks good, but I liked what Four said at the beginning when he was talking to Ryan. He was like, he's like Van. He's like, I'm not condoning what Van did, but Ryan, you also need to communicate because he's like, your
Yeah.
reaction led to another reaction.
Right.
So I like the place of like Charmaine and Four because they're kind of
Exactly.
Dawn is dealing with his own thing with Ashley, but I
Yeah.
think that Four and
Right.
Charmaine are like, okay, great. This is not a great situation, but Ryan,
Yeah.
you need to communicate. And
Yeah, they're letting them know, like, you're not handling this the right way.
right
buddy.
way.
And
Not
if
at
he
all.
says shop owner, I'm the shop owner.
One more time.
We know, Ryan.
No, we know.
Well, we know, but
they
they
don't
don't
know. They don't get it. And it's like he
That's
has
why I
to-
think that's something that we don't know.
Yeah,
Y'all think
they're
that's
like-
something that we're missing. I'm
It's
telling you.
something-
There's some
Ah.
missing piece.
Yeah.
I don't think
We're
so.
gonna get Kat in this studio. We're gonna get her to
Right.
spill some tea.
Yeah, maybe
Because
she
maybe
can
she
tell
knows
us.
a perspective.
Who his name is on the LLC?
I think it's Ryan.
Well,
It's
Ryan
Ryan.
owns the name. Yeah.
Ryan
We
owns
know
it.
Ryan owns
Who's
the
paying
name.
the rent?
Caesar.
We got to see Caesar this season.
He look good too. He
Caesar look
good
good.
I was
now.
thinking,
He
look what
really
money
look
can
clean.
do.
Look
Caesar look
exactly.
clean.
Caesar
He
look
look
like he
good.
took a
Yes.
couple showers.
So a lot is going on in the shop. A lot of changes are happening behind Ryan's back because Ryan is in Philadelphia for a tattoo convention, and he runs into the other Black Ink crew. Caesar, who's actually looking really good these days.
He getting
Shout out
it.
to that smile,
Shout
boo.
out.
Caesar look good.
He's working, boo.
Caesar look. I never thought I'd say it.
And he's still single.
But not only does he run into Caesar, he runs into Cobra.
Cobra.
I was like, what is about to happen right now?
Who
'Cause
did a whole
this girl-
tornado through the whole entire shop
When
last
she
year before
left.
she left.
Man.
And it really struck me as odd that this woman who comes in and disrespects your business, says that you're dirty, you're not up to standard.
People are
you
gonna
know,
get hepatitis C.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, hold on.
trashed your
The most.
entire shop. How is it that you have it in your heart to welcome her back into your shop and you can't even talk it out with Van?
the same
He
way.
got a pride issue.
The same way
Yeah.
that he listen. But like, you know what? I think I like what Cobra said when she sat down. She's like, "You were the only person who called me when my father
Humble.
passed away," and I think that's what it was
Humble.
because when she first walked over, he was like, do we have a problem?" So I
Right.
think the
Right.
fact that she sat down humbly and was like, "Yo, I apologize," which no one in that shop has done.
And I think that's what he's looking for as a leader, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know how to command that type of respect yet. And he
Right.
thinks it's with
True.
an
I
iron
agree
fist.
with that, yeah.
Right.
But that's not really how you get you. The harsher of a leader you are, the more people resent you. You kind of need to put
Exactly.
yourself below people, not below them like.
Just maybe on
You're
that
right,
level.
I'm going
You're
too
right.
deep
Yeah.
for that.
No,
but-
you're right, you're right.
But you have to. It's called Taoism. You know, shout out to Russell Simmons. You put yourself below the people, and then you collect what's happening, and you have a better understanding of everything because people don't resent you. You
Right.
get to collect everything that's at the bottom, and you see what's actually happening.
Right.
He's at the top, like, no, this what you
Respect
supposed
me,
to do.
respect
Right.
me. I own
And that
you.
humility strokes his ego.
Yes.
Oh, Ryan, I'm so sorry. You know, you called me. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Can I get
He
back
wants
in?
to be worshipped.
But that's
Yeah.
kind of weak because
weak.
anybody that worships you can get back in with you. So you got to keep it in check, Ryan. Like, we know we keep digging in your ass about this, but come down with the iron fist, open your ears to your team, call a meeting, sit down, talk this out, please.
Yeah.
9mag is in shambles right now.
Yeah, because Junior, I feel like last episode, I was like, okay, he's got a good point. I like his respect level. Now it just seems like he's kissing his ass. And it's kind of like, man, at least you should be able to see that he needs to have a real group meeting, conversation, do some one-on-ones, some evaluations,
Junior's
whatever.
too busy kissing ass, though.
Exactly.
I'm
He just is
sorry.
like, oh, I'm so glad Ryan likes me.
But do you think, like, if
No.
Ryan actually sat them down and had a, like, I feel like he can have a talk with them, but I feel like Ryan has this talk with the group, right? And he says, at the end of the day, I love you guys, but y'all have to go. It's like he still has to make that boss decision, and I feel like they're not going to respect it because I can have a talk with you, but I may not still want you to work with me because you haven't shown me any professionalism, any good work ethic. Ain't nobody tattooing. So we can have that talk, which I do think that Ryan messed up because at the beginning, he should have had that talk with his team and should have
Never
said,
had
I'm the
it.
boss.
Yeah, never had
But now that he has the talk and he may have to let go people, it's like, I have to be that boss and put
Yeah.
my foot down.
And I feel like if he does have a conversation with them, because all the tensions are so high, like that needs to be an individual conversation with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do it in a group, it's just like it's
It's
just
too much. It needs to be
Too
a
much
one-on-one
emotion.
evaluation.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
you're the homie, you're great, but at the end of the day, you can't work here anymore.
Exactly.
Let's stay friends. Because
Yeah.
that group, it turns into a big fight. It's
Yeah.
too
But
much.
the communication, though, is
Yeah.
what's nuts. It's like
Yeah.
Ryan's dropping F-bombs in every sentence. He can't even articulate what his frustration is without saying, y'all motherfuckers doing it, and I'm the motherfucking mouth, and I'm this shit. It's like, I'm trying to watch the show, and they bleeping out. So how are you communicating as a leader if you can't even bring it down
You're
and just
setting an
use
example.
sentences and set an example without,
Right.
turning it up with your curse
Right.
words?
Because none of them
Like,
literally, from Ryan down to goddamn Danielle, none of them know what it's like. Like, they're not professional.
Right.
And none of
Yeah,
them
not
knows
at
what it's
all.
like to be a boss or to be a worker.
Right, and when you see your boss lose it, it's like if the alpha can't keep self-control, the team
Why
is
should
going to
I?
follow. Right,
Right,
they're going
why
to
should
follow
I?
your lead. So you lose your mind, your team's going to lose their mind too. So an alpha's first best assertion of power is self-control. When you control yourself, then you control the situation. But he can't control himself. He's letting everybody kick him and push his little buttons and stuff, and
walk
he's
all over
playing
him.
back.
He
He's
is.
playing back with
I would
it.
find
So-
everybody, get a restraining order, start all over.
and maybe
how
that's what
petty
he
I am.
appreciates about Cobra and Junior is that it's new, fresh energy. It's not a lot of
yeah.
baggage there. It's just like we
And
just want to
that's what it
Which
is.
makes
Like,
sense.
on one end you have
Right.
your friends, and it's hard to do business with your friends
Yes.
and to work with your friends. I think with Lynneisha, Junior, and Cobra, these are not my friends. It's easy for me to get rid of them.
do business.
This
Yeah.
is business, and I think you're absolutely right. I think for him
Right.
it's easier to be like, look, these are my coworkers, but then I have family friends who I can't even get out the goddamn shop
Yeah.
Right.
when I fire them. So,
But you also have to look at the fact that if they helped him, even if their name is not Elise, which we don't know, whatever, if they helped him build this shop from the ground up, they helped him make the show. Ryan won't have a show if it was just Ryan in every scene. He's not actually that entertaining to watch. Honestly.
I love his little accent though.
I love
Yeah.
him.
And
He's
he's
so cute.
fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
yeah.
Ryan
though.
fine.
Yeah, but he
fine.
can't hold a show on his own. So at the end of
Right.
the day, those people that made 9mag and everything they feel, it's like, why aren't they going and doing the tours too? Why aren't they? And I
exactly.
get why Van is like, so you just gonna take all of this portion and just keep it for yourself. It's not even us getting the same exposure going on at these shows.
And I'm
then
glad that
to
you-
bring Junior, like he just got here. You gonna bring him on? But I've been here for 4 years. Like I would be mad too.
But look who.
Junior is really dope, and so is Cobra.
They
That's what I
are.
will say.
They're-
They are excellent.
I
But
was
look at
gonna
how
say-
many people were lined up.
Yeah,
Why
that
didn't you
make
bring your whole
sense.
team?
Right.
Yeah. It
didn't
But
make
you got to
any
understand,
sense.
like, okay, there's not that many tattoo artists at that shop. It's Van, Ryan, 4.
Cat's
Yeah,
gone.
and
Cat's
right,
gone.
and Cat's gone.
So if I can't take Van, I can't take Junior. That leaves Danielle and Charmaine and Dawn to sit there. They don't do tattoos.
Yeah.
So Van, unfortunately, and then if you look at it at this situation, who has been a better worker? You the homie, but this is about working business.
yeah.
We need to get this coin. You the homie, but if we fighting, what am I taking
not
you on
gonna
tour with
take
me
you,
for?
girl. That's true.
Because I can understand the Philadelphia situation. The other ones prior to that,
The
though,
other
I do
one,
feel like
that's shady.
it should have been. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
shady.
The other
'Cause
one
that
that's
was-
shady
that
if they
was a
had
few
it
dates we
planned.
went on
Right,
with
they
that
had
one.
that plan and then you cancel them at the last minute. I got it.
Yeah.
But Philly, somebody got to
Yeah,
be at the
that
shop,
was-
and
That's
we fighting
true.
right now, and
That's true.
they don't tattoo.
Good point.
So who am I bringing with me?
Good point. But I just
feel
feel
me?
like it's just, I mean, the shop can close for a weekend and everybody can take a trip.
Boom.
No.
Yes, it really can. I work in the hair industry.
You work
and
by appointments.
Teams do that. You work by
Right.
appointments.
But right now, everyone
Teams
is
do
at
that.
odds, though. Like I said,
That's the good point.
before
Right,
Philly,
before
yes,
Philly,
I
yeah.
agree with y'all.
Right.
Before Philly, yes, but the Philly one, no, I agree that it was just Junior to go along because him and
Yeah.
Dan would have probably been
We would've been
arguing.
fighting at a
Right.
damn
It wouldn't have been a
convention.
good look. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
It's
right,
one
right.
thing to do all this on TV, but you're gonna be in a real environment
Right,
and
right.
be acting a fool.
Right.
No, I don't agree with that.
And just to be there, like, I don't need Danielle and Charmaine at the convention with me. Like, if I'm gonna bring an
no,
artist,
we
it's gonna be
don't. We
for
don't.
and
'Cause
then.
they would have been there twerking on somebody.
Exactly.
Trying to party.
Like, Right.
Right.
Everybody at the convention would have been like, the hell?
But all that actually work. I do trade shows all the time, and the more turned up your booth and your station is, you want to play music. It's a lot more interactive. So that kind of energy works really well. To
Right.
Be honest.
I got that, but I'm not bringing Charmaine and Danielle with me to my convention.
It's not gonna be that professional.
It's not like, I don't know. Like, I look at it like,
You need to
they're not the
concentrate
two.
when you're doing
Yeah,
a tattoo.
I don't know. They're
I'd
not the
probably
two. I
bring
would.
Charmaine. I probably wouldn't bring
Charmaine,
Danielle.
yes, but Danielle, why am I bringing you? There's
Yeah.
no need for, you're the receptionist.
You can stay there and take
Unless
appointments.
you would do
Yeah, you need to book the appointments that
Yes.
we're closing
That they're
for.
missing.
So you stay
Maybe,
there.
but I got Rachel there to do the merch, so I really don't.
Well,
need you.
Danielle isn't even supposed to be there.
She's fired.
Right, she's fired.
He need a restraining order.
Let's talk about Philly. Let's
trying
talk
to figure
about
out.
Philly versus Chicago really quickly. Have you guys ever had a Philly cheesesteak?
I have.
Have you guys
I
ever
wasn't-
had a Chicago cheesesteak?
I
Yes.
haven't.
Now I know that it is well-renowned Philly cheesesteak, and I was like because I'm from Baltimore, so I'm like Philly cheesesteak's okay, but you never had a Baltimore cheesesteak with everything and hots and da 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 da. And then I went to Chicago,
Put on.
and I watched this man down what is it, Greek Village, Greektown?
Freetown.
Go in the freezer and pull out a steak. Not a big old thing of meat twirling on something dripping some kind of juice.
Well, that's
out.
lamb.
That's lamb. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know is that how a lamb's body looks though?
No, I don't
No,
know how they get it
that's
like
how they
that.
do it.
That's how you
It's
have to.
processed and
This
then
man
they-
pulled a steak, like this thick, out of the freezer or refrigerator.
Yeah.
Put it on the grill, let it cook, and chopped up an entire like T-bone.
So good.
seasoned
Okay.
it good.
I will say,
Seasoned it.
I'm
I
already
have-
hungry.
I've never had the Chicago one. When I visited Chicago, the first thing that stood out to me was all of their food.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I
the
I
best
went,
food
I
ever,
went for a
honey.
wedding
But
and I was
yeah,
like,
I would
have-
say with the cheese, like the difference between like the Philly cheesesteak and the Chicago one, like the cheese, it's more cheese. Like with Philly, it's the cheese whiz and maybe some provolone extra if you want that. But it's like melted, gooey, like awesome.
It's delicious,
Cheese
though.
on
Yeah,
it.
and
then
them
you can get a
peppers.
fried one.
Right.
Have y'all had the fried one?
No.
You had
A
one?
fried
Okay,
Okay, that's
well,
the fattest thing ever. But
I'm here for all
That
I
things.
can't
shit
do
is
any
fat.
of it anymore. Neither can Angie.
I'm
watching you, girl.
I'm here for all things fat
watching
and
you.
calories and
doing it
carbs.
Yes,
If there's anybody in the chat that has had either or, let us know which one you like.
Yes.
But I do remember, honey, I was raised on the Chicago.
Yes.
Chicken Philly and a steak one,
Yes.
honey, and them bad boys.
Yeah.
You guys got the
Amazing.
best
And then
food in
Baba.
So
Chicago.
listen,
They-
if you're
they
in
want
Philly, you
pop
have to go to Ishkabibbles. If you're in Chicago,
Ishkabibbles,
you
I've
have
had
to
that.
go to what's the Greektown?
yeah, Greektown,
And
or you
let
go to
us-
Baba's. They got
Baba's,
going too.
I've heard about
Baba's.
Baba's.
And
that
let us
lemonade.
know who has the best one.
I'm hungry now.
All right, yeah, I'm hungry.
Can we
now.
go back to the show?
I'm hungry and stressed out.
Let's go back
Stomach
to the show.
growling. Like,
What should we talk about?
The show stresses me
Danielle
out.
pops up,
Lord.
walks in.
Danielle's been she pops up everywhere.
Like the Don Dada boss bitch of receptionist. Like, who gonna take
I'm
notes
taking
better
my
than me?
job. That
Like-
sounded, somebody really put a battery in her
They
back. 'cause
did.
That
They
sounded
did.
really
I'm like,
What's
wow,
that, what was
Ryan-
that little spoon game that
The little dinosaur game.
Consuela?
I
and
said,
who
wow,
is that?
Ryan must pay
What's
his
her name?
receptionist a lot
And-
because they. Elenisa.
They only
Alanisa.
do. They only do one tattoo a week. How many appointments? What is she doing?
She said, you have cat ears and I have a fur. Danielle.
Wait a minute.
My
girl.
girl.
Why did
girl.
Danielle come
Forever
busting
21,
in that
honey,
door
stop
and
it.
tell her that
Girl.
she was the receptionist? Now, see, that's where you draw the line.
right.
Like,
what I'm
you are
like.
so out of place, Danielle. You do not have the right to tell this girl that you are 9 Mag. I'm 9 Mag. Like, it's a gang. Like,
That's what I was
they need,
like,
they need
You
like
are not
signs.
9 Mac. I work
I'm like,
here.
what
Like,
part-
throw up your
I
knives.
actually,
Like,
I was hired. I
Right.
filled out forms.
So I'm
Yeah.
officially
Legally, I
9
work
Mac.
here.
Right.
You don't.
But it's so hard because the whole crew, they're really enjoying each other's company.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, really happy to be there. Oh, look, we've got four, we've got Van. This is the old 9 Mag. This is the way it used to be, And
But do that outside of the shop. Y'all not supposed to be there.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
go
it
somebody-
is.
go to
y'all.
somebody.
See, I can't be Ryan because everybody
They
getting
disrespected
fired,
they
everybody getting a
really
hand, everybody
disrespected.
getting a restraining
Yeah.
order.
They called that girl like 15 bitches though.
They
Did
called
y'all
her-
peep that?
They did. I was like, oh, leave Elenista alone.
She
I was
went
like-
for blood.
And I was like,
I feel
with Elenisa, I
so bad.
couldn't
I
tell
felt
if like
bad.
she was getting like super pissed, like, okay, let me leave, because you could just look at her like
Yeah,
she
I
was
felt
building
bad.
something,
They ganged
or a
up on her.
little fearful because she, not to say she's a punk, but
Right.
you're alone.
Yeah,
you know
there's-
what I mean.
there's, like,
Anybody
yeah.
would feel
She
that
probably
way,
just
so
like,
she was probably
y'all,
like, yo,
I'm
like,
She's like,
too
you
much
guys can
for me.
have it.
Yeah.
And Van's like, you better be careful who you talking to. Bro, you better put that hand
yeah, you
down.
better put that hand down and don't threaten me, because phone calls will be made. Don't threaten me.
I
when
will
I'm a
fight
girl.
you.
It
Yeah.
just was such a petty moment. Like, are y'all really?
It was so disrespectful. Like, I don't care who you are. First of all, I'm not quitting because they bullied her out of
They
that
really
shop.
did bully
did.
her.
And Van was like, I wish you would say something.
I'm like, brother.
Like, come on, dude.
You not
Really?
not
That
mad.
was
And she's like, but I
disrespectful.
get hired. I'm hired. And I mean, I think that her attitude was a little bit like, oh, you're not supposed to be. I think she should have been like, can I pull you to the side?
Like,
Right.
hey.
Because you don't want to belittle a man in front of his family. We already know how Van is. So you know.
I just would have
And that is
I would have been
like
like,
a
y'all don't want to
pecking
listen?
order.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm
Right.
telling you now, they're at the shop and
Right.
would have deaded it. Y'all have a good night. You lock up the shop
Right.
since you want to be the
Right.
receptionist, but you're not gonna punk me out of my job. I don't
No.
even know you.
Right.
Go to Nikki's shop if y'all want to play all
Yeah.
day.
That was so disrespectful.
I didn't like that.
They
Yeah.
bullied her out of there. And so then she claims her spot back. And then Charmaine, without her boss's approval, hires them back.
Right. That was,
I'm like, how does
Because
this
she's
work?
the manager.
At first, Charmaine, I like that Charmaine had Elenisa's back, and she's like, "Listen,
I did too.
Danielle,
Right.
stop. You're
Right.
taking it. You're anger on the wrong person." Because you can tell
Right.
Danielle's been very angry this season. Even though we're only 3 episodes in, she's been going through a lot. And she's been
Misplaced anger.
super angry. But you're taking it out on the wrong girl. She just was the replacement. She didn't ask for.
nothing to
She
do
just,
with this.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly.
And then Charmaine's like, "By the way, you guys are all hired."
Right.
That's not how that works.
it's like, I'm gonna make an executive decision.
So now you're
And
putting
bring
your
y'all
job
back.
in jeopardy.
jeopardy.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Ryan's going to get back like,
What are you doing?
who do you think you are?
And I like that she's been neutral so far. So I'm like, Charmaine, no, stay out
Yeah,
of this.
that was
boo-boo.
a little
Yeah.
ballsy to do that. Like, okay, girl.
Very. I think she's just trying to say, like, look, like, remember how it used to be?
The
like,
good
this
old
could be fun. We're having a good time.
times.
But they were so petty. Like, could you imagine how mad Ryan was all the way on the other side
On
of the
Snapchat.
on the other side, on
Like-
the East Coast? Like, they in my shop, twerking,
like, look.
drinking, turning up.
They
and,
blowing kisses.
and they're not just like, hey, y'all, we at the shop
No.
kicking it. They like petty boots with extra
Right.
petty. What's up with the pettiness? Who can be the pettiest? Let's
so
get under his skin.
You know, Ryan was like,
That was so petty.
God. Can I just say my favorite moment though? Ryan had his glasses on and he looked like a
like,
little
look
grandpa.
down.
He looked up at Cobra like.
He looked
I was
like a granddaddy.
I think that my friend wrote on Twitter. Shout out to my friend
Granddaddy.
Alexis. She's like, "Can someone make a meme out of this?" So I'm just waiting for
Right.
Ryan to be a meme. Like, what's
Right.
going on? So I can picture him looking at his phone when he's seen those snaps. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Rachel,
Yeah.
Rachel, come look at this, Rachel.
He's so cute. I love his little accent.
He's so
Am I the only one?
No, I love his accent. I love
I'm
it.
from Chicago.
I know,
so
it's like, I
yeah,
don't hear
I
it,
don't-
so.
I love
sounds-
it.
Sometimes
But we're
I
like,
hear he's like, sometimes.
So how does the chat room
stuff
feel
like
about
that.
Danielle's reaction to?
we have nobody talking about Danielle yet.
Not Danielle. Well, yeah, Danielle.
Danielle,
Nobody's talking about
Only
it.
Ann just said
She-
Danielle's just been really annoying.
She's a non-factor, kind of.
She's a non.
She's trying to make herself. A
I want
factor.
Danielle to win, but it's like, girl, come on.
not
First
this
with
way.
Kat, first Ryan, then Kat, now Ryan and Elenisa, girl. And
Right.
then you walk in with Van like you were doing something. It's like, I want you to win and I want you to be great.
Yeah,
Right.
but we need some kind of motivation from Danielle. Like,
Yeah.
what is
What
the
else are you
outlet?
doing?
What else motivates you? Why are you fighting so hard for this? Like, what's the point? Because it just all
Right.
seems very like petty for no reason. It's like, girl, just find a life. Just
Maybe
be
they're
a life
paying her to
anymore.
turn up.
You know they
I
are.
mean, of course.
Like Danielle, we slide an extra.
Of course, but she has some kind of backstory. Like, you know,
Something.
Ford has the hip hop.
Well-
Right.
Van has the whole like hard life he's trying to get away from.
Well, Charmaine
sure.
told us it's kind of more of entitlement, friendship. They've all been friends. Remember,
Yeah.
they all used to go to the shop and kick it and drink, and they're just good friends.
But I
So
guess
she
what she's
feels
saying is
like-
everyone kind of, we know their life beyond them
yeah,
being
with
at the
Danielle,
shop.
it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, Danielle and Ryan used to mess around. They
Terrence.
don't. She has Terrence.
And that's
but
it.
it's like
That's
not anything about her. It's just about her attachments to people. But
Right.
who is Danielle? Like, why?
Maybe she doesn't know who Danielle is yet.
That's
Maybe that's
what
why
it
she's
seems
still
like.
hanging with that little guy who doesn't seem to know who he is right now either. I feel bad.
And that's why she's so mad her friend left and went to LA.
Yeah, because she's like, well, who am I?
Who am I?
And I think,
to attach
and I
myself
think the only
to.
group she had, Ryan was like, you gotta go now. And I think the one attachment she had was 9 Max, and she's like, I'm gonna get my receptionist job back. And it's like, girl.
She was really mean, but that girl didn't
That
take
was
it laying
mean.
down. When she
She
dumped
sure
that trash
didn't,
out,
right?
I would have. I thought she was gonna dump it on Danielle because that's what I would have done.
That
You're
would've
not
been
gonna make me quit my job though.
No way.
Oh no.
No, I would have said, okay, you clean that up, and I'll
Right.
be back tomorrow.
I'll be back
And
Right.
Ann says, I laughed so hard when Kat came at the end. She was so excited. It was such an awkward moment.
Right.
Oh my goodness! So let's
Talk about
let's get
that
to
moment.
There's just so much happening in that moment.
So everybody's at the shop. It's like the good old times. And in dun 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 walks Ryan, Charmaine. No, Ryan Cobra, and Junior. And it's like, oh shit. Like, we know something's about to go down.
Old school versus new
Old
school.
school. And the first thing Charmaine is like, you finna run me my money though? She's like,
That
don't
was
think I forgot
intense.
about my Ray-Bans. You stole my Ray-Bans.
$250 Ray-Bans.
And the
honey.
whole time, you know, she's playing the sympathy card, like, oh, you know, she told about her dad, and she's trying to get back in, and Ryan kind of just brushed it. Oh, Charmaine, she's not
She
going to be
won't
worried about that.
care.
But the first thing she was worried about was her
Okay,
200.
Petty Betty.
And Fitty. Somebody stole something from me, and they had the nerve to wear it in front of me.
And then stand in my
And
face
then come
like
back,
you did.
yeah.
But there are so many
Yes.
pairs of Ray-Bans, though. How do we know for sure?
Right.
Do we know?
I don't know.
I mean, she said she couldn't find them, and then she looked on the ground.
Production took
Yeah.
they was like, let's take these glasses.
Right, production. They
They were like, Cobra, we
But
found
yeah,
some
I guess,
glasses.
yeah, if you're around someone and you never see them in those glasses, and then all of a
True.
sudden when yours are,
I think she
Girl.
was turned by then. They probably had a few
yeah,
shots.
it was,
had
yeah,
that.
they was taking
They were
shots.
I saw a
drinking.
Jameson
Yeah.
bottle, I think. Did I see
Yes.
a
Might
Jameson
have
bottle?
seen Jameson
Yeah.
Oh, you
and
know it
Henny.
was lit if they were in there
They
drinking
were lit.
Jameson.
So it's like they walk in, so it's like Ryan and Cobra and Jared walks in, so it's already
Yes.
a fight between Ryan, Van, and Danielle.
Yeah,
and
because
then
then Van is like, so you walk up in here with Cobra, but you don't have the guts to call me and talk to me about what's going on. Like you couldn't go about changing the locks the right way. You didn't acknowledge me at your party, and then you walk up in here with a woman who trashed the whole shop. She trashed the whole shop.
but Ryan didn't go after Cobra though. She came up to him not saying what she did was
showed
right.
his
It was
ego.
coincidental.
It was
but
coincidental.
But still,
The invitation though, that's him.
Oh,
like,
now that coming to the shop, that to me, I felt like Ryan was just being petty. It was just him.
Because he was like, yeah, I might have an empty spot. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, of course.
He's
Yeah.
passive aggressive. Like,
Oh, he's very passive aggressive.
It's like the Game of Thrones in there or something. Like
It is. He knew.
Somebody might be
the
nice,
Hunger Games.
I think he felt like when he seen them on Snapchat, he was like, okay, I need a plan. I need to be petty.
Yeah.
And he knew
That was a get
what he
back.
was walking into.
It's
And it was
like
kind of like a
tit for
get back.
tat.
It's like a tit
It
for
was a
tat.
tit for tat.
And
It's
instead of
petty.
Ryan being the bigger person, he's like, well, I'm just going to go tit for tat because y'all doing
Like,
this
oh,
well.
this really gonna-
Come
yeah.
through Cobra. And I think that was him being super petty,
So
bringing
petty.
her in.
So
So it was an awkward moment. It was like they walk in.
Right.
Danielle's looking at Ryan. Ryan looking at Danielle. Van looking at Ryan. Ryan looking at Van. But then Charmaine looking at Cobra. Cobra looking at
Word.
Charmaine. And it's about to be a girl fight.
Cause I know Charmaine is crazy, but I didn't know she had them hands.
Yo, she broke
she
her
was not
nail.
scared. She was not
Charmaine
afraid
was
of
like,
her.
"You gonna run me my money, or we but finna
It's a
run these."
problem.
But
Bitch.
Cobra, she uses her height and her size as
Yeah, like
what you won't do
intimidation.
is
Yeah.
confront me.
And
like I
have-
bet
But
you
then
you
she
won't.
turned up when she called her a big bitch. Like, what you mean? Who you talking about? Big? Like,
Cobra.
yeah.
You.
Like,
No
you're like
offense.
6'7",
Yeah,
and
no
like,
offense, Cobra. Like all women, and first of all, you look great in your interview.
She's
and
beautiful.
beautiful.
She's
Big,
Big
your
and
tattoos
beautiful.
are lit and you're
Gorgeous.
beautiful, but baby, not too many women are like. You appear to be like somewhere close to 6 feet or
Amazon.
6'1".
She's big. Her and her, have you ever seen her
strong,
boyfriend
sturdy.
too? He's big
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
big.
that's an intimidating. Like you're gonna get called.
Her name is
the big
Cobra.
girl.
A big
and your
bitch.
name's
Right.
Cobra.
Like you-
So not that it's intimidating, but it's the first thing that people see. Like, yo, this is just
That's
this
it.
bitch-
bitch.
Yeah, no offense.
But then they
But-
went the extra mile because they did say
So
fat.
then she basically
Okay,
was
the
like,
fat, yeah.
like,
yeah, that's when you.
Did
become-
she
it
say
gets
fat? Is
offensive.
that what she
Yes.
said?
First I heard fat,
And that's
and then
when
they
Cobra
said
was
big.
like, oh really?
Yeah, that she was like,
She turned up when she heard.
She was like,
Come
fat.
on now, you like you.
I'm
but
like,
you know.
oh, Cobra, stop. Put that jacket
So
on.
what
she,
you
what
are,
she was
girl.
like, what I bet you won't do is fight me, basically. Like,
Yeah.
She's like, I'm big. Let me
She's
show
like,
you
you
who's
want to fight
big.
about
But
it? Like,
Charmaine
right
was
off
like,
top.
I
Yeah,
don't care,
let's
run
go.
up.
Charmaine was like, you must not I got some little meat on my bones too.
Too.
So
They
what's
both
good?
like tall,
Yeah, she's
big,
a
stocky
tall
girls.
girl.
Charmaine
too.
is tall, too,
So
yeah.
Charmaine, I don't think that she's a punk. She's too outgoing. You know what? Charmaine is too confident in herself. Like
Yes.
she knows how she feels. She doesn't allow herself to be persuaded by what's right or what's
Exactly.
wrong. So women like that are normally confident like that can back it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she
That's
doesn't
true.
allow anybody to push her around or persuade her. So she was like, "No, what's up?"
We
You
got
buck.
we got.
When you ready to go at somebody, right?
I was gonna say we still have Anna in the chat. She said, "Did Danielle even finish college?" Because I thought she said her and Kat met in school. I know that Kat dropped out to become a tattoo artist.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't know.
Sure.
We gonna find out.
that's
though,
a whole
Ann.
point.
We
We don't
gonna find
We're
out.
gonna find out
girl.
because we would love to know what Danielle is about.
I knew that Charmaine can fight right before commercial. Because when somebody swings and they come from here, it's like, okay, you're about to swing. But when you come from here, like,
Oh,
don't want to bring it to it. When you come from here with it,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
when your elbow is back
Yeah.
and you finna get all of that, I knew Charmaine had a little guff in her.
Connect, and then you come
I
right
was like,
back.
oh,
'cause,
she stole her.
Yeah,
She hit her. She got her.
The best thing to
She
do
got
is to
licking.
swing first with a girl like that, though. You got to get the upper hand. They ended up in like a 17-person headlock.
Yeah,
though.
That was
yeah.
crazy.
I was like,
One of the producers
grabbed
looked
it,
real
too.
like
Like,
caught
it's
in
a
the back.
camera,
Yeah,
producer-
somebody was cold
It
up.
was a
I saw
producer
somebody
there.
there.
Wait, I seen Dawn had like Cobra's arms behind her. I was like, what's happening?
It was a whole lot. And because at first I was like, is Charmaine going off because Danielle putting the battery in her back? Because Danielle like, no, don't do it, Charmaine. Charmaine, don't do it. And Charmaine like,
You
no,
know that
I'm about
amps
to
you
get
up
at it.
more.
Yeah. So when you got somebody holding you back, you turn up a little bit more.
I just laughed because
like,
when I seen Dawn, he had Cobra like
they
he
were
like
in,
Yeah.
and it was all big dudes to pull them off because those are two big girls. Not
Right.
big in a bad way, but they're two
Yeah,
tall,
they're two
stocky
tall
girls.
Amazon
so it
girls.
was two big security guards, Dawn, for they had to
Right.
pull the girls off. It was just so much drama. Then here
Yeah, I
comes
need to
Kat.
watch that again. I want to like pause it and see what all is
Right.
happening. 'cause
I
it was
gotta
a
watch
lot.
that
And
again.
then Kat's like,
and then in the midst of it, Kat walks in like, and everybody's like, boo.
wrong time.
This ain't even about you right now.
Right.
Like, you know.
Go back outside for a second.
We'll see you back in LA.
You know that was production. Like, go now.
Go right now.
They're like, go ahead, we get in there.
Yes.
It's
my
crazy. Yo,
goodness.
it's crazy that she walked
And be really excited.
Yeah.
like really hype. Be really
Right.
hype. I was gonna say it's really crazy that she walked in, but you guys seen the scenes for next week, episode 4.
Charmaine said episode 4 was gonna be
Charmaine,
lit.
listen. Charmaine said episode 4. That all I know is I saw Rachel going ham.
No,
No,
Nikki.
No, Nikki.
Forrest's
Forrest
girlfriend.
girl.
Because she seen that Forrest sent flowers to Kat.
That wasn't Rachel?
No.
Okay.
That was Nikki.
My
It was
bad.
Nikki.
Wait, but why
Fumble.
would?
Because Forrest sends Kat flowers because you know they had a little thing, and she.
Yes.
I think because you know Kat walked back in, and I think Forrest slow ass probably sent it to her in the shop because Nikki is reading them in her shop upstairs in
Yeah,
the
so she
salon.
might have went down on
and
them.
he's like, with
Yeah.
love. She probably was snooping downstairs and found them damn flowers.
Cause I was like, why would she be mad? Cause I thought I was trying to watch it, but I guess I must have looked down or something. So I thought that he sent Nikki flowers, and I'm like, why would she be tripping
He
about
sent them
this?
to Kat,
He
for
sent
Kat.
those to Kat.
and he was
So
like, always
it was
with
my
love.
imagination when I saw. I didn't see Rachel going off.
No,
Nope.
At all?
It's Nikki.
Okay.
Nikki popped up and hit
Nikki
Forbes
popped
on the
up
head
at
with
the,
flowers.
at the cabin or something.
Because you know,
and
even I believe the first episode, Nikki even mentions like the whole Kat situation. Like Nikki's
Yeah,
a jealous
she already
girl, and she already
knows.
knows the situation between
Yeah.
Four and Kat.
They
So
already had a little thing.
They already
Nikki
had
and
a-
Kat.
So
They had
maybe
a
that's the
beef.
tea. Maybe that's what Charmaine was trying to hit to. Maybe
Yes.
Four.
Yeah, because that's
Four.
I
like,
can't see Four cheating on Nikki though.
he just seemed like such a sweet guy.
I can't see him cheating,
would
but I
be
think he has
so-
history with Kat. And when you have history with somebody, you may love the other person.
right.
But he probably feels bad about how things went down,
Yeah.
and he was so excited
Yeah.
to get in good with Nikki that he totally over like. Just forgot about
Right.
making things right with Kat. So it might be him trying to come back and just make things right.
yeah.
That's true.
Well, we're
And
gonna have to wait and
oh,
see.
it's a lot. I'm excited for episode 4. I'm already stressed out, so I know I'm gonna have a panic
That-
attack.
So did we
Next
cover
week.
everything?
That bathroom scene. Well, this is just for next week. That bathroom scene makes me nervous.
Oh Lord, I know.
I was trying to figure out what was happening there.
I don't know. Next week we'll find out.
It's
but
getting juicy.
Kat is in the bathroom with Ryan. I don't
Ooh.
take Ryan to be a fuckboy, and I hope he's not.
Oh,
So I guess next week
Ryan,
we'll find
please, with your grandpa
Don't
glasses.
do that to your Michelle Obama now.
Okay.
Now wait a minute. Barack went 8 years with no incidents, Ryan. What is about to go down?
I'm hoping it's just one of those commercials where they amp you. I'm hoping she just had to
Right.
use the bathroom.
Yeah. It might be like a funny scene that we
Yeah.
just.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping.
We
But,
got,
you know.
I can't afford any more stress right
Right. Kat, come on now.
Next week.
It's already a wreck right now.
it's too much.
We can't take.
But they look like they were all getting along.
Yeah,
with
it
the
looked like,
drinking
and that was a good
Partying.
thing. It looked like everything was
Yeah.
back to normal. Everybody was
Yeah.
having fun.
until Nikki comes in
And
and
it looks like they're gonna make them box to get their little frustrations
Yeah.
out, which is cute.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they even got to the point. I want to see how they get to the point where they're like, let's take a vacation. Maybe
Right.
they're
Yeah.
just like, listen, we need
We
to
need a
do.
break.
we got Lydia
Yeah.
said they were drunk, and I believe she's talking about Kat and Ryan. 4 was in the bathroom, not Ryan. Ann says 4 was in the bathroom,
See,
not
4,
Ryan.
no.
I heard
What?
that voice. I heard that voice.
Oh
That's-
my
I saw that
gosh.
curl.
That
I saw that
curl.
curl.
Yeah,
That
that
was
curl.
Ryan and that
Four ain't got
mustache.
that curl.
You guys in the chat are stressing me out. What do you guys
Oh,
think?
We'll see next week.
We're going to have to see
Yes.
next week.
Wow. Until next time, we will all be sitting on the edge of our seats and on our toes, trying to find out who's in this bathroom, what the tea is, how
It's
everybody
foggy.
gets back on the same page. But until then, I'm your girl, Carmen Cameron, and you can find me on Instagram at Carmen Cameron.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at LMarieTV.
You can find me at Angela C. Styles, y'all.
And you're stressing me out now. Ann said he was in the shower. Guys, I'm Nakia Monet. Thank you guys for kicking it with us in the
Yes.
chat. Come back next week. Leave us the comments. We do
Yes.
read your comments. You can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom. Ciao. You got stop stressing me out in the chat. We'll talk next week.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.